get going. Hey everybody, it is time for Not Just Blowing Smoke, coming at you live from Twin Smoke Shop and our studio headquarters right here in the 724 Lounge. Be sure to subscribe to us on Podbean, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, iTunes, Google, wherever else you get your podcast from. And I am here tonight with Liz Santos, remarkable Liz on Instagram and co-owner of Noble Cigars. Liz, thank you so much for being with us today.
No, thank you for having me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
We just had an awesome event.
Yes.
I think upstairs. We sat with, 9 or 10 people around a table, had chocolate, had some rum, had some cigars. Everybody loved your stuff.
Yes.
It was very good.
I mean, having heard people talk about, the feedback, amazing, and, the chocolate, the Dominican rum, it was just perfect.
It was a great Valentine's Day thing. It kind of hit that whole, the chocolate, the rum, all of that,
And the flowers.
And the flowers. Everybody all the ladies got a rose when they left and everything. That was great, so that was awesome. It was a good time. But I guess the first question I have for you is, what's the story of Noble? It's fairly new, right? Couple years.
Yes, we launched on December 2022.
Okay.
December. I'm sorry, I'm like December 2022. So yes, it's new. It's something we still, putting the brand up there for people to know, people to get to know Noble Cigars and try Noble Cigar as well.
And they come in, it's one size for three
right now
different blends.
We only have one size. We only have one Vitola, which is Toro, and with 3 cigars. Is Act 1, which is a Pro Leaf Claro by the Dominican and Feeling Dominican. Then you have the Act 2, which is San Andres by the Dominican, Feeling Dominican as well. And then you have the Intermission, which was the latest cigar, and is Sumatra. By the Dominican and Feeling Dominican as well. They all doble ligero, and they all aging cigars as well.
That's awesome. Everybody loved all 3 cigars up there at the table. Do you have a favorite? You're smoking an Act 1 right now.
I smoke the Act 1. I love the Act 1. I feel it's creaminess more. And since I was smoking the Act 2 with the ron, I need to slow down a little bit right now, be calm, because I get nervous when I get, especially when I see the camera, I get a little bit nervous. So I need something just to calm down. Something that is, I'm not going to pass out.
Well, that brings up something. I mean, are there cigars that you look to when you want to slow down, or when you want to get more focused, or when you want to get excited about something? Does it go like that? Like you're smoking that because you say you want it to slow you down. Have you thought about that before? But
I think I type of person the mic, right? I type of person that smoke. I smoke by the feel in the moment. Like if in the moment I feel something, I want to slow down. Like you said, maybe want something, a strong cigar, and then maybe something more mild. Well, I like my coffee with cigars. So in the afternoon, not too late, but like in late afternoon when I just can relax or enjoy myself, or rum or whiskey. But it depends how I feel. But yeah, I think you do. I think that's everybody. Depend how they feel in the moment.
What was the story behind the 3 blends? Doing a broadleaf claro. That's I think that's kind of unique.
When we were, to be honest, we have our mind. We talk about it. John, which is my business partner, Liz Santos, which is my husband, John G. Brown. So John, right, he's right here, just you guys know, right? The reason I'm talking like that. So you need to cut that part. Anyway, a little work there. Yeah. So when we went to when we went to work on the blend, we were thinking, okay, we knew what we wanted to do. When we got there, we said, okay, this is what we want in each blend.
Right.
So when we started working, let's see, the Act 1, which was the first one, of course, I started more, I wanted something creamy because I like to smoke with coffee. And when we was there, okay, what about un Pro Leaf Claro? So we like, okay, let's do the broadleaf claro. And then we start, we're working with PDR. So when Ave started working with the blend, we started saying, okay, no, we want this to be a double ligero, we want this to be more strong. And it was like a back and forth in there between Moises and John, between all of them. But like John always say, Act 1 is Elizabeth Baby because she was more like, okay, this is what she wanted to feel, this is what she want. Then the Act 2, it was more John and Eddie. They want the spicing in there. And we definitely wanted to have a San Andres.
Yes.
That's something that we all agree. Like we wanted to have the San Andres in there. So we all agree, okay, let's do it. But John and Eddie was more the creator on that. Okay, let's do a little more spicy and more kick. And then the intermission, I would say, was something between all of them. Okay, we like this is what I go for. And also remember the intermission was the last one, so we have a little more experience on what we're doing. The first time it was doing Act 1 and Act 2, it was more like we had so many cigars. we smoked so many cigars that, it was so many blend and so many things going on that it's like a hype because you feel excited but nervous because now you have to think about the consumer part. You need to think about the client. Who do you make that cigar with? You are not only making that cigar for us, and that's something you have to put yourself into it when you start making the blend. And at the same time, it's something that when you start thinking, okay, what do you want in a blend? What do you want in a cigar? When you smoke a cigar, what do you want to get from that cigar? What do people want the reaction that I want from? And so it's just so much emotion as well because we're very passionate people. We love what we do. And you can tell because we were excited. We were happy. I mean, making this blend, we cry. At least I did. I know John don't want to say anything. And I even Eddie.
Maybe for
they don't want to agree, but they have the emotional moment as well. So, it's just excited and at the same time, like scary. It's something new, so of course you're going to be scared.
Sure.
But it just, we knew what we wanted. We went there, though.
Where did the name Noble come from?
Noble came from when John talked to my husband about the blend. When, by the way, my husband's name is Liz Santos, but I call him Eddie. No, because I call him Eddie, and in Dominican Republic, people call by the middle name. Moises. So then I had some people call him Moises and some people call him. So you were him and sometimes say Eddie, sometimes you would say Moises.
Now,
so so that way nobody get confused. So when John and Eddie was talk about having let me tell you this story first. We are three people who we love the passion. Everybody wanted to do something for the cigar industry, be part of it, and so how we can do it, what we can change. And John and Eddie have this idea of a cigar brand, and they talk about it. They kind of click when they met. So when they click and they have this idea of having a brand, because what I have in mind, it was do like something limited, not a brand. Because brand is a lot of work. Hell yeah, it's a lot of work. So I was over myself like, I don't want to do a brand. I want to do like something limited, remarkable here, like something limited, maybe 1,000 cigars, and that's it. I'm done with this, right?
Remarkable.
Yes, but John and Eddie have another idea. You see, but the thing here, we didn't communicate the whole thing. They already have it mastered and something else. So John said, okay, what about Noble? He already have an idea about Noble cigars. He have this concept, this mind, and then Moises and he agreed to why they have it in mind, and we love the idea, and they love the name Noble as a genuine person, as a noble person. So we like, you know what? They like me, because I wasn't not involved yet. So they kind of like the concept of what it was coming for. Then I remember one afternoon, they was doing FaceTime, talking really nice, and then they come and tell me, oh, we're gonna do a cigar brand. We're gonna do a cigar brand. What do you mean you're gonna do a cigar brand? Oh yeah, we're gonna do it, it's gonna be Noble. Oh, really? And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. I'm like, what? And then they were so excited about it. Then the minute that I didn't want to like I didn't know what to say. I thought like they were joking. I didn't know they were serious about it, to be honest with you. So, it just started from there, to be honest. We're like...
What kind of a beating did he get?
Huh?
What kind of a beating did he get?
Yeah, it was like, these two were smoking. What were they smoking there? Because they were, there was one FaceTime that was smoking. So I'm like, are they smoking something? And then I'm like, John, what were you guys talking about? And then, because they both were so excited about it. Like, and I'm like, Moises, what? Like, I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even know what to say. I was not believing what they were saying. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then when they start talking, and then Moises like, no, we actually doing it. And I'm like, what do you mean? We actually doing this? And that's how everything started.
Wow.
Like,
What a story.
Yeah.
And now now you've completely embraced this now.
Yes, once we got started, once the things start going, when you set it up the company, you go to cigar factory and you see all this stuff. Okay, it's coming along, and you see it's coming, but we have a vision. We know what we want, and every little detail, every little things you see there, we all talk, we all agree to what we want and how we want it. And it just worked out between all three. Like, okay, this, that, to put it together. It was scary, it was rough, I would say, because, when you had two different mindset people. But at the same time, we knew we all want the best thing we can come out with.
Right.
And I think that's I think what drive us, because we wanted to do the best that we can do in the project. And I would say Moises and Eddie, the personality, they are very, when they want to do something, they hang on. I am the same way, but I am more I get in there. Hold on one second. Let me put my mind together here. Give me a second. Yeah. Because Moses is coming from military background. Yeah. And John is very, I think because of how he's grew up, I don't know. He's also very straightforward, and they both a straightforward person. I'm straightforward, but I'm more nice and delicate. They're a little bit more. So.
So you've already brought up, starting a new brand is tough.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome so far?
I would say everything. You want to start something new, you don't know nothing. You don't know nada. You go in only with a dream. You have a dream, you know what you want to do, but everything's a challenge. You don't know if you go right, it's okay. If you go left, it's okay. So we just learn as we go. We see, okay, this is not working out for us. Okay, maybe we should be doing this. And then thank God, we also have good people around us who always say, maybe you guys should do this, or, this is something. So, but it has been challenge everything, because it's something that we learn as we're doing this. It's not it's not a book that you can read and say here. No. And even though if it is a book, then, you don't never know.
It's one thing to read it, it's another thing to live it.
Exactly, it's another thing to actually do it. So we just keep going. We learn, okay, this is not working. Okay, what can we do to make it better? What can we do to improvement? So what do you think kept you going? What kept you going towards your vision, your dream, in spite of all those challenges? I think it's the passion. It's what we love. We love what we do. And I'm not gonna lie, I was just, when we were at an event, somebody was just asking me that, right? And they was telling me okay, how do you do it? I'm a mom of 3 boys, husband. So how do you do it? I'm still working full-time at my job as well. And we also handle Noble. So how do we do it? Sometimes I'm like, what the hell did I got myself into it? I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time I feel that way. But then you got John and you got Moises who we need to keep going. And then when we do an event and you talking to people and you have amazing feedback and they tell you how much they love the cigar, how much they like it, how much they enjoy it, that little thing, it just push you. Okay, so I'm doing something good. So I need to keep going. I need to go back to the goal that we might set. Our goal is to one day being one of the top of the brand. So when you heard people give you the feedback, for them might be nothing, but for me mean everything, because it's oh my God. All right, so it's worth it what I'm doing. It's worth it me wake up early, do ABC, go to bed at night, trying to make things happen. You know what I mean? Like not be time with my kids, being here instead of being in my house with my boys. So it's working then what we're doing, because then we are making changes. We improving ourselves. So those little things I think keep us pushing. You know, when especially I had to talk about myself, but especially when I feel like, oh my God, like really, can I keep going? And then like today the event when I heard those ladies talking and all the people telling me that, I'm like, oh wow. You know, like it made me feel like I even want to cry, because one of them was like, oh my God, it's amazing this. And then you feel proud, like, oh my God, I'm doing something then. Actually, what I'm doing and making changes, I had to keep going, you know? So it make you hungry, like, okay. And remind the goal. What was the goal that you set in the beginning in order to keep going? So it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Who are? I know, like, and you've already brought it up. There are people who helped you along the way, kept you focused, keep going. You know, who are? No one makes it on their own. Who are some of the people that helped you stay in the game?
I don't want to mention names. They know who they are, and I appreciate and thank you. But I would say even, let's say if I'm talking to you. And I say, Dan, okay, and you told me, you know what, dry self would be this. Only by you telling me that, what can I do us to improve in sales, that helping me. They're already telling me something, because remember, you working in another side that I'm not working with.
Right.
I can only tell you my side what I'm doing. But by you just telling me what can drive self to you and what can drive in general, you're already helping me. Believe it or not, it's a huge help, because whatever you do, I can apply to somebody else or in something else. They will help me. Because in your side, you know, you are in the sales side. It's different from mine. But I need to sell in order for me to keep going.
Right.
So believe it or not, a lot of those people, just like you, helping me just by telling me, Liz, Liz, you know, I think you should try this. This might work for you guys. So only those little details is amazing. Then I have other people that of course, I could pick up the phone and say, I'm doing this. You think I'm doing right? and then, you know, then she would be like, Liz, you got this way. Or even the people where we had the warehouse in Dominican Republic, Carlos is like, guys, do this. Oh, this will work for the cigar industry. It's a lot. Believe it or not, thank God we find a lot of people who always guide us or give an opinion, and we appreciate it.
So let's kind of back up a little bit. Now, you were born in New York.
Yes.
Right? And then when you were, 13 or something, your family moved back to the Dominican Republic?
No, when I was born in New York.
Okay.
And when I was 2 years old, my parents moved to Dominican Republic.
Okay, yep.
So I stayed to study in Dominican Republic until I was 14, and then my parents decided to come back to New York.
Now, you met my wife tonight.
Yes.
And she was
She's amazing, by the way. Believe it or not, she's amazing.
We caught her smoking cigars tonight for the first time. Yes. Oh my gosh. But she lived on St. Croix until she was 10 and then moved up here. And it was a whole big change for her. The school system, friends, it had to be that kind of thing for you.
Yes.
You know, what kind of, how was it you coming back to New York? And like, what have you liked about being in New York since? What have you missed about living in the DR and vice versa?
Well, as you guys can tell, the English part I didn't like at all. And believe it or not, Dominican Republic, my father, we were in school where they were speak English. But to me, I have 4 siblings. We are 4 sisters and 2 brothers. And they always speak English with no accent, even better, 3 times better than me. I just never liked the language. Not gonna lie, I never did. So coming to New York, it was tough. And I used to say to my mom, I'm not stay here, I'm going back. And my mom like, nobody's over there. Everybody's here. Where are you going? So I think it was the language also is different. The culture in Dominican Republic, I feel people more warm, more, I don't want to say nicer. It just is totally different. You know, the background, the personality, how things work over there. Let's see, I could be home and the neighbor could come in and say, Liz, you guys home? Also, let me go and have some coffee with you guys and sit down. Here in New York, you're not going to have your neighborhood say, are you home? Let me sit down. Because, you know, here you got to work 24/7. It's like the lifestyle here.
The lifestyle is very different,
Exactly. But that lifestyle, you feel like time goes slow. Here in New York, the time doesn't stop. You work, go home, eat, go home, get out, and then work for the weekend. Maybe you get a little get together and you keep going. It's not stop. Meanwhile, in Dominican Republic lifestyle is more calm. You have time, believe it or not. You go to work, go home. You have time even at 12 on the noon, have some coffee after you eat. Here you can do that. You have to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, so it was different. Everything was different. For me, it was very hard to adapt to the lifestyle of America or the New York.
What kept you here?
My family. My mom was here, my father was here. I didn't have nowhere to go. Literally, didn't have nobody to go. It was like, that's it, you have to stay here, you know? And then that was exactly what happened. I stayed, and then I married young. I was married, I got married when I was 20. So, you know, so it was just, I stayed here. That's it. It's no way back. Anyway, that's it.
No. Manny and I got married when we were 22. She turned 21 on our honeymoon.
Oh, wow. Well, you see, it was the same thing with me with him, so.
Yep. I know, you know, one of the things I get tired of is people ask the same questions over and over and over again in these interviews. And every cigar interviewer on the planet says, what was your first cigar? Now, I know, because you've been asked, and I've read the interviews, I've listened to the interviews, I know what it was, but I know that you used to hate cigars.
Yeah.
And Eddie smoked cigars, and you had to put up with it. And and I want to know how that changed.
Wow.
I'll be honest. When I wrote this question down a couple months ago, it was because my wife has the same thing. She doesn't
And
like
you see what
cigars.
she was smoking
But
today.
she's smoking today. So there's hope for you people. There's hope for you. You find Liz, you get her to smoke a cigar. But like, what changed? I mean, how do you go from I don't like it, I don't like what it does to my hair, to I'm the owner of a brand?
I know, right? It was the smell that I didn't like. But you know, it stayed in your hair. And it stayed where you were smoking at the moment.
Right.
And of course, you don't know that. You don't know they're gonna go away if you smoke inside the house. You don't know it's gonna go away, you know. Your hair, okay, you had to wash it, people, and do a couple stuff before the hair, that smell get out of your hair. But I just didn't like the smell because it stayed in me for a couple of days in my hair. That means I had to wash it the next day, so it had to all over again. So to me, it was like, you know, like, oh. And only that, I think because you also hear your mom, everybody else like, oh my God, the smell. So it's already like a kind of like a mindset type of thing. But then my husband, of course, he's like, oh, okay, you know, you have an enemy in the house, so you have to bring it to this side, no problem. So I remember that he come home, his friend, Andrew, also smokes. They used to smoke both of them in my house. So they like, I had this, they went to a cigar lounge and then come home and they're like, we got you this. I always sit down and drink with them. I always have my rum or my whiskey. So I always sit down, I don't have no problem with the drinking. It was like smoking that I had the problem
I didn't have a problem with drinking either.
You see?
Yeah.
So we had the problem. So when they come home, it was with Ashton. Did I say that right this time?
Ashton Senorita?
As a senorita. So they came with that one. And, you know, they like a cigarillo. So it was good, nice size. And like, here, try that. I'm like, and they light it up for me and they give it to me.
What made you take it?
I think because of the size how it looked small, and I was having fun drinking, so why not? So, you know.
I should have tried that.
I think that's exactly happened with Mandy today, okay? That she had a good time there. So we have a good, we was like, no problem. So I started smoking. I'm like, oh, this is not that bad. Okay. And then, I remember it was a summer, so we were outside. And we love to go be outside and have, drink and talk and whatever. So the next day, we happened to same thing again.
Okay.
So here's the drink, here's the smoke. So he constantly was doing that. And then so the next day, he graduated me basically to a full body cigar, and then you know how it is. Once you try it, you want to continue. You want to know, okay, you're smoking that. All right, let me try that one now. Can I try what you smoke? Oh my God, that smells good. Let me try it. And just like that just happened, So he did good.
He did. He turned it around. And now that leads to probably what everyone's waiting for. I mean, you've become this phenomenon on social media with Instagram, especially. You're, one of the top listed, influencers as far as followers go. At least, Cigar Snob does their list every month. You're always in the top 5. You've been number 2 for as long as I can remember. What's that? I'm lucky if I get 27 people like a post. I'm doing fantastic. How did that happen for you? Were you surprised? Is this what you wanted? I mean, now you've got people looking at you that way. I mean, how did that?
To be honest with you, I didn't know that's gonna when I started. I remember right now, I started smoking fine, everything. Then my sister suggested, "Why did you share your cigars on social media?" As you know, Remarkable Liz is not like Remarkable Cigars or anything like that.
Right.
It's Remarkable Liz.
Right.
I always was sharing my workout when I go to the gym, like daily lifestyle kind of thing. And then my sister's like, "Why don't you just start sharing the cigar?" I'm like, "Cigar?" So yeah, okay. One day I shared the cigar and I shared a couple of pictures. Then people started reply back, "Oh, Sister the Leaf." I was like, "What is this?" Because I didn't know there was a huge cigar community up there. I didn't, because I was smoking at home, and I didn't know that it was like, what is? Even I had to Google, what is Sister the Leaf? What is that? Brother Leaf? And oh, okay. And then one thing started to grow. The pages started to grow. I started to get more. I wanted to know more about this community. Like, okay, I guess I'm not the only one lady. I guess it's way too many ladies right there. And then we're talking about, I think maybe 5 years back. I think 6 years back. So I'm like, I didn't know. I just wanted it to be part of it. And I just want to know more about the cigar industry community when I started with the page. Not when I started with the page, when I started sharing the pictures.
Yeah, right.
So then things start just to end. Things just start to happen. Then the pages start to grow little by little. Then you know how it is, Brian, start to reach you out, and then people start inviting you to event stuff, and then things just start to happen, one thing or the other one. Then someone asked me, "Why do you do the cigar sommelier courses?" I'm like, okay. And then I reach out to them. They were in New York at that time, and then I'm like, okay, no problem. Let me do it. Why not? And not only that, I wanted it to have more knowledge. I wanted to know more about what I'm doing, what is everything about. Because as you know, I didn't want to be like, like people sometimes, I hate the comments they were saying back then, she's just a pretty face, she doesn't know anything about cigar. And of course that,
big mistake.
It just make me hungry, like, oh, I'm gonna show you who's a pretty face. Wait. So I went to have I took the courses, and then I started working with Cigar Sommelier as the PR for a couple of years with them too. I started doing courses with them too. So but things start to happening. It's like one thing leads to another thing, and just the pages start to grow. It just started to happen, and then I wanted it to post about I women who feel confident by themselves, that I feel good about myself, and it's okay. And I smoke cigar however I wanted to smoke cigar, because I remember when I started posting cigars with a cigar in my mouth, there was some type of comments about other ladies saying like, "Oh, you shouldn't have been doing that because guys get the wrong content." I'm like, okay, but how am I supposed to smoke it? If they can post picture however they want
How
to,
else am I supposed to
you
smoke?
know, then why
Yeah.
can't I show me smoking how I wanted to smoke?
Yeah, sure.
Like if I want to dance with my cigar, like why not? Why is this? Why did I have to basically, you know, put myself short just to what other people think? I should not give a F what other people think. I should not care. You know, that's not the point here. The point is I could smoke however I want to smoke. I can enjoy cigar just like guys and like everybody else. And I know what I'm doing. So what? So it's like that attitude starts to show in the photos. And I think because of that is the reason why people start liking more the photos. And then into one point, nobody said anything anymore. Or maybe I start listening to any comments or anything. I just put whatever I wanted to put in there. Whoever doesn't like, don't follow. And that's it. Then I started sharing some stuff. Anyway, you guys go and check Remarkable Liz.
It's good. It's awesome. You've got great content on that.
Thank you.
Now, you know, being in the cigar business, having this, you know, incredible, you know, page that's giving you some, you know, national notoriety, which is certainly helping the brand that you're doing. How do you think working with Noble Cigars and, you know, doing the Remarkable Liz thing and being you don't like the term social influencer. You like.
I never like it.
What's the term you like? You like.
I like
So I have it written down somewhere.
key opinion leader.
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
opinion leader or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. How do you think all this has helped you in your other areas of life, where you're a mom, a wife, you have a job of your own that you do full time? How is this affecting you, making you a better leader in the other areas of your life? Or is it? Or is, and I might even turn it around, how is being a mom of three boys, you know, helping you being a better leader as a brand owner in the cigar industry?
Well, I have boys, right? And
I don't have any.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's yes.
When you see you
balance
wanted
for me,
girls,
yeah.
I want a boy. I mean, you know.
We can trade sometime.
We should, yeah, we should have. When like I said, I always wanted to put myself like a strong personality up there. It's just the way who I am. You know, I'm a person, like I put my mind into something, I'm gonna go for it. So I think it's just everything. Like everything that I do, that's just where I am. It's just how I don't even know what to say right now. I'm like, I'm trying to think
It
about
sounds
your
like to
question.
me like if I'm piecing together between the lines, you know, a lot of people compartmentalize. This is who I am here. This is who I am at work. This is who I am. You don't seem to do that. Like you're very, you know, very much one person.
Oh
doing
yeah,
all
I
these
am who
things.
I am, and that's it.
Yeah,
There's no in
exactly,
between.
right?
So I would
There's
say
no in between.
either
It's
I'm
like-
black or white. Either you love me, you hate me. It's your choice. I don't care. But it just we laugh that. It just thinks they where they are. So it's when I give myself, I do things because I like it, because I feel I have passion. I like what I'm doing.
Right.
If I don't feel it, I don't do it. Trust me when I say I don't do it, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't be here where I am right now if I don't like it. I would have stopped what I was doing, and that's it.
Yep.
That's just the way I am. And the same way in life, in everything that I do. I do things because I feel it's the right thing to do for me. When I say for me, it's not trying to be selfish or anything like that. It's just, in order for I had to be okay, for my boys to be okay, for
Right.
my husband to be okay. So mentally and everything else, I need to make sure that I'm okay in order for me
Right.
to keep going.
Yeah.
So it's just how I do everything in life. You had to have to enjoy. You had to enjoy.
Oh,
You had to
absolutely.
like it. You know, you
Yeah.
had to feel happy what you're doing. Otherwise, then why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, so I feel happy. Like today, I'm talking to these people and having a fun. And when those ladies say something, it means something to me. You know, it make me happy. So I want people to feel, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So you will feel me like I'm happy. I'm good. Like thank you. Like I'm grateful. It's just how I am in everything. You know, with same thing in my job. Like when I do something, I would do it. I would be proud doing it, make sure I'm doing right. Because I don't like when people tell me I do something wrong. Nothing because I could be wrong.
Yeah.
It's just I take pride in anything that I do.
Yeah.
Anything I do, I try to do the best I can do. Otherwise, don't do it. My mom used to say all the time to me, you doing that, like that, then don't do it. Don't do it. No lo hagas. No lo hagas. Or you know what, give it to me, don't do it. I do it myself. Because if you're going to do something, you better do it good, otherwise don't do it.
Yeah.
And that thing can stick to me like all the time. Like if you do something, do it good, otherwise don't waste them. Don't waste my time. I don't have time. There's no time to be wasted by now. Like how you live your life and how things going lately, you don't know. You're here today, tomorrow you don't know. So why are we going to be wasting my time doing something that I don't like? I don't know. I just leave like that. That's just where I am.
That's good. That's good. That's good stuff. How, we've touched on it several different times as we've been talking, all these different roles that you have. You're, mom, husband, worker, brand owner,
You already
social
make me
media
tired.
person. Yeah, no, I get tired thinking about
I
it.
feel stressed.
How it's so important to not let those things overshadow each other. I mean, it's great to be involved in work, but I got to be a dad. I got to be a husband. How do you keep a balance there, or do you think you have one? Or
I do my best to keep a balance. Like my boys are my everything. My boys are my priority. There's nothing in between. Like when people understand, let's see, a couple of days ago, someone texted me, called me, and I said, I'm sorry, I'm going to call you back. I'm with my boys. I'm on dinner. I will call you tomorrow, about work. That's it. People need to understand I have this boundary, and I don't want to cut it. Like my boys come first, anything. And then everything else follow. And I think if I follow that, it's easier for me to have a balance. You see, because family to me is come first. Then everything else, then I could manage work, novel, and everything else come. Then my parents, my my immediate family, my brothers and sisters. Then everything come, But to me, my boys are first. And whoever doesn't, sometimes people say, oh, but I understand you're busy. I don't understand why you cannot pick up or work. No. It's my time. It's my time. So now let's work something that I could work with you. Whenever you call me or reach out to me, I will get to you. But you have to understand, I work in a schedule because it's not easy for me to find a balance. It's hard.
Yeah.
Especially when
Absolutely.
I was in the middle of a call with my job. And then I have 2-3 people calling me for Noble. So I had to text, I'm call you right back. Oh, call me at 3. But meanwhile, when they call me at 3, I have it. So it's like, and then mix time. Next thing I know, maybe school can call me, pick up your son, he's sick. So what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I had to put everybody stop and go and pick up my son. And then come home, take care of him. Then, all right, I'll call you back tomorrow because it is what it is. I learned before I was feeling like I was suffocating. Now, no, okay. No, my boys is sick. I can handle that tomorrow. Don't worry. Then I wake up early. I'll do ABCD. Whatever I didn't do the day before, then I take care of everything this day. But I try my best to find a balance because otherwise you can lose yourself easily. So it's not easy to just follow one road. I just try my best to do whatever I can with everything that happened, But I'm learning like to be more calm and be more like, okay, I take care of this today. It's okay. You go to sleep now and take care of this tomorrow. I'm learning because it's not easy. Before I used to maybe stay late, do some work and anything. And then the next morning I like to wake up early because I like to go to the gym and keep going. But then I was burning myself out. So I say, no, espérate, hold on one second. I need to calm down and see how things work. So what is working for me is my kids are my kids. This is my job. This is normal. This is the time for my husband as well. So you have to,
You just have to schedule those and you hold to it.
And also put what is priority. What is my, did I say that?
Yeah, priority, yep.
I had to check what is my priority.
You said it right.
What is my priority? I got my boys, I got my husband, I got this, I got that. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Good. What do you do for fun? What do you do to recharge yourself?
after a big event like this and all this travel, you go home. What do you do to take care of yourself?
To me, the perfect recharge, it would be a beach. No kids, no husband, nothing. Just myself. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. Nothing personal. It's nothing to do with not nobody. The thing is, like, I notice when I'm by myself, I need that time to recharge, you know?
No, I know
need that
exactly
time
what you're
to
talking
recharge.
about. I love being with people, but I recharge by being alone. I recharge by being by myself.
I don't know if this happened to you. I'm a true believer in energy. And I feel when you an event and you mix with you are with so many people and you are talking to so many people, the next day sometimes I feel drained. I feel tired. I feel like oh my God, I'm so tired. You don't understand. I don't know if it's the energy or what it is. It just I feel so drained. You know, especially if I do event back to back. The next day I don't want to do nothing. And maybe I wanted just to sit down and watch some series or something, but something stupid where I could get my mind out of anything and relax. And I would buy food for my kids and not even see the kitchen. Not even my father. My father's with me most of the time. I'm like, no, papi, no. Nobody gonna be bothering me today. Like, I'm sorry. And Moises already know, like, okay, like, leave her alone because he doesn't want to be talking to anyone. At the beginning, he was like, why are you getting? I'm like, I just feel drained. I feel tired. Because people sometimes think because you are with people, you just talking, is nothing.
No. Trying to connect with all those people, it is draining.
Thank you. So you feel drained. So I have to step back. Like, and sometimes what I like to be honest, for me, the perfect, it will be a getaway. At least maybe one day or two. Just where I'll be by myself. Of course, the beach, the sun, you know, have a nice breeze and be relaxed, like quiet, not do much. And it's funny, when I was younger, me and my husband used to go to the resort and I used to be like, let's do this, let's do all this activity. Now I'm like, no. I'm not doing nothing. I just want to sit down and want to do nothing. I don't know if that comes to age or because there's so much going on in my life.
Probably
where
both.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to do nothing. I just want it. Nada. Just want to sit down, relax. And if I don't have to talk to people, even better. I don't. And when I feel like I shut down, that's my something by myself that I need to work better. When I wanted to shut down, I shut down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that's sometimes wrong because even my family, or John is calling me, or somebody's calling me, and I'm like in my own little world, you know, and I just shut it down. But my sister and John already know, right, John? And they already know how I work mentally. Like I need to step back. And sometimes my mom, she's like, "What's wrong with Elizabeth?" And then my sister, my little sister Erica, we always hang out most of the time together. She's like, leave it alone. She need that time right now, and they leave me alone. So they know me by now. I just need, you put so much energy into it, and especially with meeting people, you want to have that connection. You want people to feel good. You want it, I don't know. It's just something about me that I wanted to.
Right.
You feel that connection. You feel that energy. You feel when people feel comfortable. You feel when people don't feel comfortable. Like you know.
You do.
You know, and you doing this business and deal with people. You had to know how to manage yourself to be talking to people, not how to talk, because maybe I'll be playful, nice to you. The other person maybe doesn't like me to be so playful, whatever the case might be. So you need to learn how to read people. So it's like you manage yourself to be more okay. Yeah. And so it's time consuming. Like it dry me. Like it really dry me out when I'm done with the event. So yes, I need to get out. Take a break and be out by myself. Do not call me when I have stuff, but no, I don't want to do nothing.
Well, on that note, I think this has been awesome. Thank you for being with me and for sharing your time. I know this was a huge day, lots of travel and event. Then we did this. Now we're going up to the bar after this. But thank you so much. This is awesome. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me here. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who support Noble, and appreciate everything, every feedback you guys gave us. Trust me, when I say appreciate it, it coming from the bottom of my heart. Otherwise, I would not say it. So thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thank you
true.
for
I
having
can tell you, after spending as much time as I have with Liz, everything she said is true. All right. Thanks for being with us tonight, and we'll catch you next time. And that's not just blowing smoke. We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.